what's up? Welcome back. So today I am continuing my 5 Things You Didn't Know series with my friend Aubrey. Hi, Aubrey.
Hello.
So Aubrey,
Happy to be here.
yes, thank you so much. And we haven't seen each other in a long time, so this is
Yes.
fun. Aubrey is an esthetician, and we are going to talk about a bunch of skincare stuff, what an esthetician is, some skincare tips. So if you are interested in hearing from Aubrey about all things skincare, be sure to keep watching, and please subscribe, like, and comment for more content like this. So here we go. So you've been in the industry for a while now, right?
Yes, so over 5 years. I got my license in 2015.
Oh my gosh, it's been that long.
Yeah.
That is crazy. As far as being an esthetician, because I know a lot of people might not know what that means, what is the difference between an esthetician and a dermatologist?
So, there are definitely similarities, but there's a big difference. So, while we both focus on skin, dermatologists are definitely more medical doctors that specialize in skin health and treatment. Estheticians are also called skincare specialists, and of course, we also focus on skin health and different treatments as well. But we can only, treat to a certain extent. We obviously are not able to, we're not able to diagnose and treat skin cancer, things like that. So dermatologist is who we refer our clients to go to if we are to notice any abnormalities, anything that that goes beyond our practice. And then in turn, dermatologists are really great in actually using, estheticians as kind of like a maintenance plan. So if somebody has skin traumas or dealing with just anti-aging, anything like that, we're going to kind of focus more on the appearance of the skin and use our techniques and knowledge to rejuvenate and continue their maintenance plan. So as much as we both, obviously care about the skin and the health, and we both do treatments, it's different treatments.
Right. Like, let's say, in a sense, do dermatologists and estheticians almost they work separately, but like together in a way?
Yeah. So if I wanted to, I could actually work at a dermatologist's office as an esthetician and, use their products that they're using and, work with the dermatologist that is at the office and kind of come up with a plan together. So they work very closely with the dermatologist. So it's a very cool experience. I think you definitely have to be more into that medical field as an esthetician.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
I know you went from the salon, like you said, for several years to now we talked before, you're freelancing now,
Yes.
your own kind of
Yes.
business. So
Yes.
you've been seeing skincare and seeing people come in and you build a clientele and you now are learning people's habits and things like that. I've got to know, what is like the biggest mistake you see with people and their skincare?
This is a hard question because honestly, there's a lot of mistakes, which is
Okay.
totally fine. We're all human. We make these mistakes. But honestly, if I were to pick number one, would honestly just be somebody that is clear that they're maybe not knowledgeable about what they should be using. Obviously, with now social media, the way it is these days with TikTok and Snapchat and there's all these new things that are trending, and of course you want the latest thing. So overall, I feel like the biggest mistake is just choosing the wrong products for their skin. The first day of aesthetic school, we actually learned about skin types, and I will never forget that day because we all had to guess what was our skin type, and we all got it wrong.
Really?
And yes, we all got it wrong. And so I think it's very important for people to see an esthetician, even if it's just once, just to kind of get an understanding more about their skin, because your skin type is based off of your pores, which you can't change. You're born with your pore size.
Right.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
And so it's very important. Yes, I know. So it's important to know so that you can choose the right product. In high school, I had never had acne, and I used Proactive because it was cool. It was on every commercial. I felt like it was the thing to have. I used Clean and Clear Morning Burst and had the plastic beads, on my face every day. So it's definitely a mistake that pretty much every person makes, but it's definitely worth looking into to getting advice, because
Yeah.
it can just be as simple as just like an oilier skin type. They're using, these scrubs and anything to mattify their skin. But something that they need to know is you're actually creating drier skin, so then it's going to produce more oil for you. So it's yeah, so you need to, it's nice for them to get that knowledge that you may be oily, but you can actually use certain oils on your skin and still feel really balanced. I feel like the biggest mistake, honestly, is just not being educated enough about your own skin type and what it needs, what it doesn't need. And it's a simple, easy answer for them to just kind of come see someone and get advice. So,
well, Nat, like I knew when you mentioned the oily thing, I used to have really oily skin. I don't know if you remember, I had really bad acne for a long time, and I was always using mattifying, oil-free. And then I started seeing an esthetician and a dermatologist, and they were like, no, stop, like you're creating more problems. And I swear since then, I don't even consider myself an oily skin type. I'm like normal. Like I'm not dry, I'm not oily, I'm good now. But it took me forever to figure out. So I could agree with that. Definitely not knowing the right things for your face, because you don't know your skin type, you don't know, what problems you might have or whatever. That definitely totally makes a lot of sense. And hopefully more people now will like go see someone to get all of that figured out.
I hope so. I mean, especially just with winter months like coming up, everyone, and then with wearing masks and everything, everybody's skin is in need of some extra love right now. So if you've never seen an esthetician, now is the time.
Seriously. Well, and that brings me to my next point. So we're all wearing masks, and I know we got to do what we got to do, but like, what could we be doing, if anything, while wearing masks to avoid skin issues? Because personally, I've developed like skin irritations, perioral dermatitis. I'm breaking out, and it's not just me. I hear from friends and peers like, this sucks, but we got to wear them. So what's something that we could be doing to like either have, preventative skincare or just to kind of help our skin?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, there's definitely a lot of things, and having a good routine at home, especially, is going to help. And obviously, if you're using the correct things.
Right.
So one thing that I have been trying to like preach to kind of everyone is doing any type of like oxygenating treatment, because it's very antibacterial.
Okay.
So I like to do like a spicy treatment on my skin like once a week. So just to kind of give it like a good detox, create like better blood flow, but then also oxygenate and kill any bacteria as well. So I actually use Eminence Organics. Not that that's the only thing you have to use, but they have natural stimulants like paprika, nettle, cinnamon. And so I use a stimulating mask on my skin just to create just oxygen, because we feel like we're just having this occlusion on our skin. And so I just really think that that's helped. If you do see an esthetician, they can do high frequency, they can do LED treatments to create any healing, and more oxygenation treatments to kill any bad bacteria underneath that mask. Anything, just healing. I use a lot of like stonecrop, which is kind of like a sister plant of aloe vera. I have witch hazel wipes that I use throughout the day, because I do feel like, of course, I'm wearing like those cloth type masks that get wet from speaking and all of that, and it's just kind of harboring everything underneath.
It just traps it all.
It traps it all. It's basically like feeding the bacteria, creating a moist environment. So witch hazel wipes have been really great. I'll like take my mask off, do a whole wipe. I'm even trying not to wear makeup like in this area, doing like a half face. Yeah. Just to create like some more like breathing room.
I feel crazy not doing that, or like not having makeup on right here, but it's so bad. I take off my makeup and I'm like, what's happening to my face?
Yeah. So there's a lot of options. I mean, a lot of my like clients are using peel pads right now, and they're just like super like low percent, like they have a 2%, something just to help exfoliate that area. Just to kind of, again, like give it that breathing room, give it some exfoliation to hopefully help so that it doesn't, create more havoc. But yeah, those are kind of my tips. I know, like I said, I use cloth, but I do like wash mine, but I try to wash mine in complete free and clear, nothing with scents or anything that would, further irritate my skin. And so I think some people are experiencing more like rashing in that area because of that too. They're kind of not thinking about how they're washing their mask, or maybe even trying to use more disposable so that you can throw them away when they are getting moist throughout the day. Those are some like good tips.
Awesome. No, that's great, because I who knows how long we're gonna be wearing masks for, and it sucks having like skin issues then, 'cause it's like, oh, this wasn't here before, so if we could do a few things to at least kind of ease it or slow it down or prevent it from happening, I think make a lot of us a lot happier.
Yes.
But so leading into like keeping up with our skincare, because I know you said that's one of the things that could help with even the mask, just like keeping up a good routine. So I'm guilty of this, and I'm sure a lot of girls are. At the end of the night, of course, we're all told to take our makeup off at the end of the night. I use a makeup wipe, and then I typically cleanse afterwards. But I know I'm guilty, and there's a lot of girls that are guilty of just using the makeup wipe at night and not cleansing afterwards. Should we be cleansing afterwards when we take our makeups off with the wipe, or is the wipe enough?
A makeup wipe is never good enough.
I knew it.
So when clients talk to me about that, or I can tell like before I'm even doing a facial that they have makeup on, but they think they don't have makeup on, I always give them the image of an orange, because anything that's like porous. So like say take an orange and you were to put foundation on it, that makeup is going to get into those nooks and crannies of an orange. And if you were even to take a makeup wipe on an orange and wipe it, it's still going to stay in those pores. And that's basically what's happening to your skin. So typically if you're going to use a makeup wipe, you'll definitely want to be cleansing afterwards. Like for example, I like to do a double cleanse. And so I'll actually use some type of cleansing oil first to really like emulsify, kind of melt away that makeup, really get it to just kind of slough away. And then I'll usually take that off with like a lukewarm towel, and I'll kind of like hold the towel throughout my skin to kind of help to like open up my pores. And then I'll go in with my second cleanse. And I'm a crazy person when it comes to, I'm like a 6-step skincare end of the night girl. So I'm crazy, but I usually have 2 options for cleansers too for my second cleanse. I usually have something that's going to be exfoliating. I have something that's going to be more gentle. So it kind of depends on how I'm feeling that day. If it is a heavy makeup day, a heavy mask wearing day, I'll definitely use some sort of exfoliation, whether it's a lactic, acid, whether it's actually like a gritty olive seed granule or something that I can actually feel rolling into the pores and kind of getting everything out. But then I also have really gentle cleansers too for just like a nice overall cleanse. So it's definitely good to cleanse, whether you're not even doing a double cleanse, but at least cleanse after you're using a makeup wipe. I will never forget, I was in a hotel room with my mom, and she actually just used a makeup wipe. And then I was like, "You're not done, right?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm done." And I was like, "Mom, you can't just do that. You have to like cleanse." And she sees me like regularly for facials. I'm like, "What are you doing?" And so, yeah. And so like, luckily I was with her and had my products. And so I said, "You need to put this cleansing oil on, and you need to use a hotel, towel, because it's white. And after you do the cleanse, wipe it off with that towel and see what's left on your face." And she could not believe how much was still on her skin. I'm like, "Yeah, like you're just getting like the very like tip of the surface." And most people forget their neck. We always are blending on our neck. Most people think skincare stops here. It doesn't. You got to go, all the way down. And so, yeah, you definitely want to give a really good cleanse.
Right. I'm so glad you said that, because there are those nights, you know, when you're so tired and it's like, I can't, but you have to. Like,
You have to.
the next day I'll use my toner after I wash my face, and I'm like, oh, there's still makeup on my toner pad. Like, oh,
Yes.
you know?
Yes, absolutely.
It's bad. No more.
It is bad. Yes.
Try to go to bed earlier so we're not staying up late being like, no.
Yeah, if I know I'm about to sit on the couch, I'm like, I should just do this now so that I am not too tired to do it later.
Yep, girl, I am right there with you. So no more of that. No more makeup on the toner pads the next day.
That's right.
But speaking of makeup wipes, so I have a little fun, I don't know, game that we're gonna play before we wrap things up. So this will be kind of like our 5th tip in a sense. I don't know if you're familiar with the speed round thing on TikTok, where like makeup artists or girls or beauty bloggers or estheticians or whoever like to hold up some products on camera, and just with a simple yes or no based on their knowledge or their opinions, they give a yes or a no to the product without any explanation. So I was like, I think this would be really fun for us to play, and you're not gonna hurt my feelings. But I have my products that I use pretty daily right here. So I'm just going to hold one up, and you're going to tell me yes or no without telling me why of what you think. And then maybe later we could talk about why.
I was going to say, you might want to know why later.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll start with first. Ultra Gentle Hydrating Cleanser from Neutrogena, the creamy formula.
No.
Oh, God. Okay. We're off to a bad start. All About Eyes, the Rich Formula Clinique Eye Cream.
No.
Oh gosh, I'm scared. Okay.
I told you, I was like, I have a feeling I'm going to say no to all of them.
You did. But I trust you. Lush Cosmetics face products. I have a toner and a mask.
I'll say no, but it's not as a definite no as the other ones.
Okay, so like okay, got it.
It's like an
Okay, so the Neutrogena makeup wipes.
No.
Oh gosh. And then Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel Moisturizer.
No.
Oh gosh. Okay, so you know what? We're cheating. You got to tell me why. Why? Speed round.
It's there's a lot. So when it comes to anything over the counter, this is like knowledge that I've gained recently. This is knowledge I've gained while working at Ulta too. Mm-hmm. Anything over the counter can legally only be up to a certain amount percentage-wise for active ingredients, and it's pretty low. And so half of the time, most of it's water, unfortunately. It's usually the first ingredient. And usually if there's anything good in the product, it's actually like listed as one of the, last ingredients, which and it's kind of crazy too, because the US, it literally can have one ingredient that's organic, and that's all it takes for them to be able to put organic label on something, versus like say Europe, it has to have 72% ingredient list for it to be considered organic ingredients. It has to, mainly be over 50% true real ingredients. So literally you can go to like Trader Joe's and you're like, oh sweet, this like organic blueberry facial cleanser. But literally like organic blueberries can be like the last ingredient, and that's what makes it organic. So so it's just kind of crazy. So it's these products, you think you're spending less money, but it's actually worth investing in something that's more professional, that a professional can sell you, because if it's a professional product, only a professional can sell it to you, which means it's higher in active ingredients. And that goes for skincare, hair care, all of that. So even though a lot of people will be like, wow, I don't want to spend, $55 on a moisturizer. Well, hey, this moisturizer is actually going to last you 6 months. It takes less product because it's more active, versus you can be spending, $10 every, 2 months on something that's practically doing nothing for you. And a product over the counter too can be like, hey, like I help with acne and all of these things, but then the chemicals and the ingredients that are in there can actually wreak havoc and create more acne. And that, I'm not saying that about every single product, but most cases. And I actually, I used to use those Neutrogena makeup remover wipes back in the day, like all the time. And all of a sudden one day, my like skin would like burn and get red from using it. And my skin just one day, I think, decided, hey, this is no longer for you. But I also have become very sensitive to a lot of skincare, but there's a lot of alcohol in those products to hold scents in and things like that, that I just don't care for, because again, it's going to help to strip more of your barrier, make you more dry, make you break out more, things like that. So that's why I don't really care for like over the counter, anybody can sell it to you type products. I do use like those Yes Cucumber makeup remover wipes. So those you can get over the counter. They just happen to have a little bit better ingredients than the Neutrogena wipes. And I just don't react to them. They're easier for me to use. And so I really like those. And then when it comes to Lush products too, I know that they can be more organic. Yes. And all of those things too. I'm more of a green girl, especially because of the products that I use. I really do like as organic as possible. So that's why I'm like, Lush is definitely like a step in the right direction. Although I know that they're not as organic as they could be too. So, but yeah, it just depends on the products. Like I'm a cruelty-free girl. A lot of people don't know this, but CeraVe is actually owned by L'Oreal. And L'Oreal does test on animals, and they have to because they sell their products in China, and so by law they actually have to test on animals. And I'm just like, I know that everybody's like, don't tell me that, like I'll use a mascara, but I don't need to know what they, how they tested and all these things. But a lot of clients ask about CeraVe or CeraVe, I don't know exactly how to say it, and things like that are over the counter for like acne and hydration and things like that. And there's also, again, like those ingredients that are in there that's kind of don't make sense or can create more damage than good. So again, it's hard without like seeing an actual like ingredient list in front of me to kind of look at it. But usually if you look at an ingredient list and you can't really say out loud like and know exactly what it is, it's usually not a good sign.
Right.
Yeah. I know.
Sad.
But there's a lot of like fun apps and stuff now that you can like scan a skincare product and it will give it a grade, and it will kind of like do a little like ingredient checklist for you. And there's like all these new tips and tricks, and there's so many people. Yeah, there's like so many people that ask me like, hey, like I can't afford your products, can you tell me what can I get like over the counter? And I can do that, but ultimately there's better things out there.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I need to come see you so that we can merge and you can like check my skin, help me get different products, and
absolutely
just fresh. So well, I'm so glad we did that little round, because one, I kind of just wanted to know, but it was fun anyway. So thank you for doing that and being honest and coming on here anyway and talking about skin and skin health and products and what an esthetician is. I learned a lot. I hope that everyone that is watching also learned so many great things, because you are awesome and you're so knowledgeable and you're so good at what you do. I've had services done by Aubrey before and she's awesome. So if you guys are interested in checking out Aubrey's business as an esthetician, I will link her Instagram handle, her business Instagram handle, in the description box, along with anything else she might want to share. If you even want to get services done by her, how can they reach out to you? Via Instagram, like DM?
Yes, yeah, they're able to, they can even text me, my phone number's on there, they can email me, or they can, direct message me as well.
Perfect. Well, you guys will know where to find her. Aubrey, it was so good catching up with you and talking about skincare.
Yeah, it was super fun. Thanks for having me.
Oh, absolutely. And you guys check out everything in the description, and we will be back for another interview soon. Bye.
Bye.